Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. It's Luke here. This is quick preview for Monday night. We have to wait till Monday night at 8 o'clock for our next Premier League game, which is against Bournemouth. A team we've only played 14 times, I believe, maybe 15 times in the Premier League. It's always a bit of a mixed game, the record's fairly even, 6 wins, 5 wins either way, draws in the middle. They're currently sitting in 13th. They're having an okay season, considering they sacked Scotty Parker, one of my favourite West Ham players of yesteryears. They've done well since he's gone. Gary O'Neill, a man who also played 56 times for West Ham with 3 goals, has taken over, and he's done well. He only lost his first game against Southampton in the week, 1-0, a team that we drew 1-1 with the weekend before. They're okay. They're doing okay. For a promoted team, they're doing what you expect. Like I say, they harshly sacked Scotty Parker early, but it looks like it's been the right decision now. They like to play the 3-4-2-1 formation with Neto in goal, Brazilian Neto. Smith, Memphis and Senesi create a 3, but it's more of a 5 because then you've got Taverner on one side and then former Hammer Ryan Fredericks has been playing and getting game time for them. We know about his pace, we know he can be direct, we know he likes to tackle. Sometimes can be slightly suspect with his defending, but he'll be up for it and will definitely have a point to prove against West Ham, so he's definitely one to watch for. Lerma and Cook in the middle, with Christie, Billing and Solanke up front. Kelly and Brooks are out for them. Last time, like I say, they lost 1-0, which broke the record that Gary O'Neill had, a undefeated managerial record at the time. Listed as strengths, he's coming from behind. When they do go behind, they have the character to get back into games and protecting leads. If they do take the lead, they can be hard to break down. That 3 becomes a 5, and then they sit in the middle, and it can be quite hard to break them down. Weaknesses is aerial duels and defending set pieces. Last season, if I see that, I'm like, wow, okay, West Ham can go and get a set piece. One weakness of our game this year is our set piece have been so poor, considering we have some huge lumps in now. We do have people that can put a good ball in when it's, Bowen's balls have not been great. The ones that he's been putting in, Cresswell's deliveries, again, not been that great this year. It's something, considering we do have one of the best set piece coaches in the league, it's something they need to go and work on again. It's such an asset to have, considering sometimes we can be frustrating on the counter-attack, and sometimes we don't know how to break teams down, especially with someone like Paqueta missing. It's something we really need to work on again. Keeping possession of the ball, like us, again, not particularly the most, pretty on the eye passing team, and defending against wings. Their style of players, they like to play the long ball a lot, and they play with a lot of width. Last time we played against them was back in January 2000, I believe. Sorry, not 2000, 2020. A game I was at, actually. We won 4-0. And it was 2 goals from Mark Noble, 1 from the penalty spot, Haller and Felipe Anderson with the other one, a good 4-0 win. The game before that at the London Stadium, we lost that 2-1. And one that really sticks out in my mind is a game at the London Stadium when Callum Wilson used to play for them. They haven't got Callum Wilson anymore, thankfully. But he's off at Newcastle now, but he was one that used to score against us all the time. Always a funny game, this one. Always a funny game, like I say. Looking at us, it looks like Paqueta's going to be out for a couple of weeks now. I don't think it's as serious as it was initially thought. He posted on his Twitter yesterday that he's pulled some ligaments here around this sort of area in his ribs to go with the shoulder. So hopefully, he'll be okay. They're more positive that he'll be ready for the World Cup for Brazil. Whether we get to see him again before the World Cup, I hope we do, but again, it's not that big a deal to rush him back. I'd rather him, be ready when it goes again, December 26th. If he is out for these 6-7 games, we will miss him, there's no doubt about it, but I'd rather him be fully fit than bring him back too early and then you risk him being out longer. But yeah, he is a miss because he was just starting to, start getting into games, and him and that Skamaka partnership was starting to really work. So it's a shame that that it's come at this time. In terms of out for us, guys, it looks like Paqueta's out. Maybe Dawson will be back now. and hopefully Zuma's back as well. You know, we need to get back to that back four again. When we went to the back four, we looked better. The Johnson and Soufal debate, you know, Johnson was really poor on Wednesday night. You had Soufal was really poor the weekend before that. So again, that right back position is becoming a slight problem. I think he will go with Johnson. And if Zuma's back, I think it'll be Zuma and Kerr with Cresswell, who arguably has had a really good season, Cresswell, at that left back position. So yeah, he's one that, you know, is definitely playing well for himself this season. Like I say, with the lack of Paqueta in the team, this is what I would like to see. I would like to see Rice and Downs in that middle. They pass the ball around better. Downs is very disciplined and will sit there and allow Rice to go. You know he's going to play Souček though. And again, it will probably be 3 CDMs. What should be, what I would like to see is Benrahma come in, because I thought he was really, really good when he come on. Whenever he's come on recently, he's looked good, he's looked direct, and he has got that ability to find Scamacca. And he has, you know, he had that assist for Rice. He's got them flicks and tricks around the corner. Yes, he is an incredibly frustrating player at times. He really, really is. Sometimes he overplays. But when we haven't got a Paqueta there to do something, we do need someone who can do that little bit of magic. Obviously, Bowen will play as well, you would assume, with Scamacca up top. Would love, I keep saying it, would love to see Antonio play on the wing, but again, will we see that? Probably not. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Again, a game we need to win really as well. I think we're only 2 points out of relegation zone. It's misleading where we are. Like I say, they're 12th, we're 13th. But a few losses, you go right down. A few wins, you go right back up. So, you know, we do need to get back on it again now. You know, Liverpool was a free hit. Got to get back on it now, start winning again. And try and win as many games as we can between. There's a lot of games thick and fast. There really is. We play Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday. We play Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, and then I think it's World Cup. So there's a hell of a lot of games, and there's, you know, where we end up before that World Cup break, you know, will put us in either good stead or, you know, a bad mental place in terms of, you know, oh yeah, we've got that to look forward to. We've done okay, we've got through in Europe, and we're sitting maybe 10th if we win our games, or are we sitting in the bottom 3? That it will be quite defining these next sort of 6 games between the World Cup, because it's such a unique season, this one, that we do have a World Cup in the middle of it. Yeah, anyway guys, I do think we'll win. I think it'd be another sort of slightly tight, frustrating game at times where you think, oh, come on, boys. A bit like the Southampton game, but I think we'll just, you know, we'll get over the line and do this. I think Scamacca's, you know, good enough to, if he's got the service of someone like Benrahma, I think he's good enough to score against these. Yeah, and it will be a good win, and there's some good points on the board going into the Silk game, which again, we only need 1 point to win the group. Ideally, I'd like to see us win every game, you know, just to put a real statement in that competition. But we'll talk about Silky Borg when that game comes. Me and Paul will be back with a podcast this week as well. It's been really, really busy over there and over here, so we can get together where it's half term and we'll do a bit of a show for you. Yeah, until next time, guys, thank you for staying loyal with the channel. Like I said, I'm still putting a video out for you, building up the games and reviewing games, trying to keep it content out there. And any big news that comes out, guys, I'll put a video out there for you. Until next time, come on, you irons, keep believing.